wouldn't consider it or not consider it. I don't know anything about it. So, but I will speak to the DOJ.
Why would she get handed a clemency?
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to speak to the DOJ. I'll look at it. I have a lot of people who have asked me for pardons. I call him Puff Daddy has asked me.
What happens when one of the world's most powerful music moguls becomes a target behind bars? When fame, money, and influence can no longer buy safety, and survival becomes a minute-by-minute struggle? This is the chilling story of Sean Diddy Combs, a man who once ruled the entertainment industry, but now finds himself fighting for his life inside prison walls. Recent shocking claims by an ex-mobster have thrown new light on Diddy's horrifying experience behind bars, including an attempted murder, a plea for help, and even a possible presidential pardon. So what really happened to Diddy in prison? And is he crying out for help or trying to escape justice? Let's uncover everything. The night Diddy almost died. According to multiple insiders, Diddy was attacked in his cell at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. Late at night, an inmate allegedly slipped into his cell with a homemade shiv. He pressed the blade to Diddy's throat as the mogul slept. Guards rushed in just seconds before blood was spilled. Sources say it wasn't random. It was a targeted attack. Inmates see Diddy as a trophy, someone whose fall would make them infamous. Ex-mobster breaks. His silence. Michael Franzese, a former Colombo crime family boss, confirmed Diddy's ordeal. They already tried to shank him once. He's a target. The worst is still ahead. Franzese's words carry weight. He knows exactly how prison politics work, and his warning means Diddy's nightmare is only beginning. The second threat. Days later, another inmate confronted Diddy, once again armed with a shiv. Diddy's friend Harlucci Finney revealed the chilling moment. The guy whispered threats in his ear. It was intimidation, a warning. 2 attacks in 1 week left Diddy traumatized. His lawyers demanded better protection immediately. Why Diddy is a target. Inside prison, Diddy's reputation makes him an enemy. He's accused of crimes inmates view as unforgivable: abuse, exploitation, manipulation. Even behind bars, such charges create instant enemies. To many, Diddy isn't a superstar anymore. He's a symbol of corruption. The mafia's verdict. Sammy the Bull Gravano, a notorious ex-mafia figure, said, "If Diddy had done in the mob what he's accused of, he'd already be gone. We never tolerate hurting women or kids." Hearing that from a man who once ran with killers shows how low Diddy's image has fallen. Even criminals reject him. The breaking point. Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, said the mogul is mentally breaking down. Diddy was never built for prison, he claimed. He's used to power. Now he's powerless. Sources say he's crying, panicking, and desperate for help. For a man used to luxury and control, waking up in fear every day is pure torment. Desperate calls for help. Prison records show that Diddy has been making up to 200 phone calls a day, reaching out to lawyers, old friends, and powerful connections. He's reportedly trying everything possible to secure a transfer or even a pardon. Among those calls, one name stands out: Donald Trump. Diddy's plea to Trump. Shockingly, Diddy's legal team reached out to former President Donald Trump to request a presidential pardon. When reporters asked Trump about it, he confirmed, "Puff Daddy asked me for a pardon. I love Diddy. He's a good guy. I'll look into it." The revelation exploded across the media, with insiders claiming that Trump was actually considering it. But within the White House, the idea reportedly sparked a fierce debate. Staffers warned Trump that helping Diddy could destroy his image. Behind-the-scenes negotiations. Diddy's lawyer, Mark Garagos, hinted that something major is happening behind closed doors. He said he couldn't share details yet, but confirmed that a powerful plan to free Diddy is already in motion. According to several sources, Trump's team received direct communication from Diddy's camp, and paperwork for a possible commutation was already being reviewed. Life inside the cell. While these negotiations continue, life behind bars for Diddy has been anything but easy. He's been isolated, monitored 24/7, and reportedly spends most of his time alone and paranoid. Inmates describe him as a man who doesn't sleep, constantly looking over his shoulder, afraid someone might attack him again. His wealth and fame mean nothing here. In prison, he's just another inmate with a target on his back. The bid for transfer. Diddy's team filed a request to transfer him to Fort Dix Federal Correctional Institution in New Jersey. Officially, the reason was to be closer to his family. Unofficially, it's because Fort Dix is a low-security prison, safer, more comfortable, and home to a special rehabilitation program that could reduce his sentence by up to a year. If granted, it could be Diddy's only chance at peace or survival. The mob perspective. Ex-mobster. Franzese explained why a man like Diddy might actually survive, but not without cost. He said, "When you've got money, you've got protection, but that comes with deals. You pay, or you pay the price." In other words, Diddy's safety might depend on buying alliances, trading favors, money, or influence just to stay alive. The price of fame. Diddy's celebrity status that once opened doors has now made him a high-value target. Some inmates see him as a trophy. Taking him down could earn instant notoriety. Others see him as a golden ticket. Protecting him could mean access to money or favors later. Either way, Diddy is trapped in a deadly game where every alliance comes with betrayal waiting around the corner. The possibility of freedom. Rumors suggest that Diddy could be released earlier than expected if Trump's pardon goes through or if his appeal succeeds. But even freedom won't save his legacy. Diddy will still have to register as an offender, live under probation, and face public humiliation that may last a lifetime. The man who once ruled the industry now carries a permanent mark, a symbol of how fast power can crumble. A life under watch. Even after release, Diddy won't be truly free. He'll be monitored for substance use, mental health, and domestic violence treatment. He'll need permission to travel, to work, and even to meet certain people. Probation officers can show up at any time, unannounced. For a man who built an empire on control, that lack of freedom may be worse than prison itself. So, where does this leave Diddy now? Trapped between enemies in prison and scandals outside, his once mighty empire is crumbling from every direction. He believed his wealth could solve any problem, but in a world where money means nothing, fear is all he has left. Even former mobsters warn that if Diddy doesn't find a way out soon, his story could end behind bars, not in redemption, but in tragedy. Is Diddy a victim of a broken system? Or is he finally paying for the sins of his empire?